Welcome back. Welcome back.
I tell you what, the camera come back on and people at home go, ooh.
There you go. We've got dinosaurs in the building along with Rich Kluk, who is the actual builder of these dinosaurs. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for
Your
having
fascination with dinosaurs started when?
Oh, it started when I was a little kid. My mother buying me modeling clay and making little dinosaurs like from the King Kong movies and things like that.
Right.
And then I stayed interested in dinosaurs, through my teen years, just through basically dinosaur books. And then in my mid-20s, I decided to try actual sculpting when I found out about the material I could use to make the small ones that you're holding.
Because these are clay.
Yeah, that's sculpting modeling compound, and you can bake it in the oven to harden.
Really?
Which was kind of neat. And then it kind of just hung on as far as just a general interest in dinosaurs until I retired and moved down here. And where I live in Lakeview, I have what I consider a good location, safe location, where I could actually have the dream of my life, which was to have a life-size dinosaur on my lawn.
And you have that, right?
I have had 9 of them. I'm down to 8.
Where's your house located?
I'm located in Lakeview, in the Glen Cove subdivision.
I know where Glen Cove is.
On Wild Rose Drive.
Well,
what's your neighbors say about your passion?
Haven't received any complaints. My wife said she's given me 6 more months. And, but no, I get a lot of visitors. A lot of people bring their grandkids over, take pictures of them.
Now,
and
are they all made out of this? Because this is styrofoam type stuff, right?
They start off as styrofoam, and then they're either covered with fiberglass or urethane material called styro spray, which is like a thick paint, and you keep painting it on, and it becomes like a hard plastic shell. The bumps that you're seeing are made from an epoxy clay mixture, which hardens in a couple hours. Those are put on individually.
Really?
These are? Whoa.
One at a time, yeah. And
holy cow.
the texturing on this dinosaur is the same material, except I have molded what they call negative molds, where I could give the skin impression. So I would put the clay on, and then I have a roller that would go over the top and put the skin impressions. The teeth are made from clay and or wood. It depends on what I have available.
And then what about the eyes? That's probably the most expensive thing.
Like marble?
They're from a taxidermist shop.
Okay. Because these, honestly, at home, this feels lighter than this little dude in clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's heavy.
They're
now,
very light.
What did you do in your job that you retired from?
I was a police officer.
A police officer. Because I started to say, you're going to tell me you were an accountant. So you weren't artistic as for a living.
No, not at all.
You were a police officer. These are amazing. I mean, they really are amazing.
I try my best. I research them on the net and to get skeletons.
Do you freehand these, or there's not a?
Yes and no. I research them on the net, and then I'll measure the bones, because these are reasonably anatomically correct. And then I'll scale them up on the computer to the size that I want. Now, the one in front of you is life-size. That's an actual life-size velociraptor, contrary to the Jurassic Park movies. Now, I do have one that is comparable to the Jurassic Park movies. And the one here is, I don't know, probably most parents can relate to it. Its family's kind of called a bonehead. So, if you got kids that you have a hard time with, they're called boneheads. The scientific family that they come from is Pachycephalosaurs. And this particular one is called Dracorex hogwartsia, which means Dragon King of Hogwarts. It was named by kids after they discovered the skull several years ago. Really? And this one is just about life-size.
Okay.
And I have 2 others that are scaled down from Jurassic Park movie, if they remember the Jurassic Park 3, the Spinosaurus, which was the large dinosaur with a sail on its back that caused a lot of trouble. I have a replica of that in 1/4 scale. And then a Stegosaurus. A lot of people have heard of that. It's got the plates on the back and the spikes on the tail.
Now, these are weather resistant, obviously, because you're talking about having them in your yard.
Yeah, the paint, I have to repaint them occasionally. They're sealed with an outdoor sealer, but nonetheless, weather will...
Eventually. But it's not like, they're meant to be displayed outside.
Yeah, that was the intention.
The hours you put into this, what would you say?
Well, the longest one, which is the one that I've donated to Serenity took 700 hours of labor.
700.
How
that was-
large
that-
is it?
That's almost 21 feet long and 7 feet high at the top of its head.
Wow.
Generally speaking, this dinosaur here took about 130 hours and this one about 150. As I get on with different dinosaurs, I get a little quicker because I learned some shortcuts.
There
and-
wouldn't be a shortcut to putting these little knots on if you had to do them all.
Yeah, that took a lot of
well,
time.
Let's talk about the dinosaur you're giving away. It's a 20-foot long Allosaurus, is that right?
Allosaurus, yeah, it's a dinosaur from the Jurassic period, kind of a distant relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is near full life size. They grew anywhere from 20 to on up to 40 feet long, and
I don't see a dime next to that one, so I'm not sure what.
Well,
I was going to say, you had a person
put it this
stand
way,
there that just says 7 feet
I
tall.
stare into its mouth when I stand
Okay.
by it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I decided that I wanted to, I was in the Baxter Bulletin with these dinosaurs, and I thought that I've made these, maybe I could do something for the community. So I mentioned in the article that I would be willing to donate one to any kind of a charity that could make use of
Yeah.
it. And I was contacted by 3 or 4 charities, and I chose Serenity partly because of my career. I was a police officer, and Serenity deals with domestic violence victims, crime victims. So I chose them, and so far they've been taking him around. He's been at the fair. He's been in the turkey trot.
Cool.
And from what I've told, he's going to be brought around to the Walmarts and the Harp stores on a trailer.
On a trailer.
And if people would like to purchase a ticket, a raffle ticket, they could get it through, here in town at the Purple Door, or there's 2 numbers there for the Yellville and the Mountain Home phone numbers for Serenity. They could call and find out. Or if they should see them at the Walmarts or at the Harps, go up and purchase a raffle ticket. Obviously, not many people are going to want to have a dinosaur on their property.
Yeah.
So in the event that someone just wants to make a donation, and should they win, they can donate it back to Serenity, who already has a couple of schools that would like to adopt them and
good.
put them on display.
Yeah.
Now, last month I had them on display at Hackler School. They have a very nice center courtyard with what's going to be a butterfly garden, and it's completely protected. It's in the middle of the school, and it would be a perfect location for them. So if someone should win it and
think, what am I going to do with the honey, I want a dinosaur.
well, I mean, doesn't everybody want a dinosaur on
Yeah,
their
that's
lawn?
good. Now you also have a website down there, which is www.dinosaursfoamfiber with a GL at the end for fiberglass.com.
yeah.
So they can go on that and see the dinosaurs you've made.
Yes, I have a gallery. I have a how-to make section, which is a detail section if someone would like to make one. And then I have the tools, pictures of the tools and materials that I use to build them.
cool.
The easiest way to get to my website is just put in Lawn Dinosaurs by Rich under Google. It's
I imagine lawn dinosaurs wouldn't go a lot of places either, whether you get by Rich or not.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it pops right up.
Yeah, lawn
Okay.
dinosaurs.
Lawn
I think
dinosaur,
you'd be
yeah.
there, and so they can. It says Pop Shop in Yellville and the Purple Door.
And the Purple Door here in Mountain
so
Home.
that'd
yes.
be easy places for people just to stop. And how much are tickets? Like $1 a piece?
$1 a
or something?
piece, and I believe there's 6 for $5.
6 for $5. When will the
Yeah.
drawing be?
I was told it's going to be towards the end of the year.
Toward the end of the year. Okay, and
Plenty of
your
time.
dinosaurs will be touring around town. The Allosaurus.
The
whatever.
Allosaurus will
The
be. yeah.
Allosaurus will
And
be touring.
People want to come out to Lakeview to drive by my house. They're more than welcome to take pictures and get out and take pictures. Bring your kids.
Well, how cool!
That's interesting.
How cool! Look at this. Cool. And my, I kept saying I always had these little dogs on here all the time. I said I keep thinking this thing's gonna lick me on the nose or something, like a little. Well, hold yours up,
I'd
Daniel.
like to in the near future to start making molds of small ones and maybe try reselling. A cottage industry type thing. eBay
Well,
or something.
dinosaurs. My son, who's now 27, when he was like 5 years old, dinosaurs ruled. Let me tell you. So they're very, very with little girls also, but there will always be an industry for dinosaurs. Let me tell you. How cool.
Rich, thanks so much, and we appreciate you being a part of this whole thing
Helping
with
people.
the Purple Door. I mean, I mean, you would expect someone from from Serenity to be here to represent this, but you're here, which is, it just shows that you're passionate about what you do.
It's a worthwhile cause. I couldn't think of anything better to,
Yeah.
you know, to do.
And I
Yeah.
told him before the show we were going to expose him, so we just did that.
Expose him to how?
To our viewers.
To our, he wants to be exposed. I mean, the fact that he told everybody where he lives, his wife's going, oh my gosh, there's going to be this herd of cars just swinging through Glen Cove over there now.
They do now also.
They do now also. Well, I didn't know you were over there. I'll have to come visit.
Yeah. We appreciate
cool.
you very much.
Okay,
Thank you very much for being here.
Wonderful.
Up next, we have the Halloween group from Pine Lane. They're here to promote Haunted House. Rich and Mark Parkus and friends.
And friends, yes.
Stay with us.
Mhm.